Hello and welcome to this week's A Positive Habit. Thank you so much for being here. As always, I'm really grateful. I want to share with you something this week that I think we can all relate to, or I imagine that we can. So basically, one morning not so long ago, I woke up Saturday morning. I had gone out for dinner on Friday night. As you know yourself, on a Friday, you have that kind of feeling where you just like, I don't want to cook. I don't have the energy to cook. And you might get a takeaway or maybe go out for a meal. And that's where I was. So we went out, just the three of us, myself, my husband, and my son, and it was lovely, absolutely gorgeous. And I had some wine. Now, I don't drink much wine. I don't drink much at all anymore. I'm not very good at it. I don't think I ever really was. And I've no real desire to, but I do love a glass of wine with my dinner in a lovely restaurant. So I had probably two glasses of wine, no big deal really for most people. But I woke the next morning and I had a feeling that I used to get quite a lot in my younger years, which was this horrible basically hungover, which I was like, how could I be hungover after two glasses of wine? I was in bed by 11. It's hardly wild. But it was a feeling that it's like a trigger, and I'm sure you can relate to this in terms of maybe not hungover, but just any kind of trigger that can make you feel anxious. And I was thinking to myself, and maybe again this is something you can relate to, is like, how am I going to get through the day? Where's the energy going to come from that I need for this day? I had plans for the day. I had big ideas of what I wanted to do. Friends were coming for dinner that evening. So where was I going to find this energy? And that's a question that can be really hard. So what I did was something that I think is really important to share. And it's something that I believe in so much. And that is literally to change the narrative of what I was telling myself. So as long as I was telling myself, where am I going to get the energy? How am I going to get through this? Well, then that was the day ahead of me. So what I did is I did an amazing dance movement exercise called Kinergy. You may have heard of it, but one of my lovely clients introduced me to it. And I was just like, okay, I'm getting this on and I'm doing it. And within 15 minutes, I had transformed my energy through the power of movement, breath, and imagination. I had literally changed my whole perspective. I had great energy for the day. And this is something, I think that movement is really, really good for, but it doesn't have to be movement. It can literally be just like the thoughts in your mind, to start to question them, to start to say, well, is this really true? And quite often, it's more just the psychological triggers than the actual, really physical, feelings. Yes, I probably was a bit tired, but it's not just rest that gives you energy. It's movement, and that's something I think we can forget. Or I certainly can. The immediate impulse is to rest or to do something really calming, which is obviously really good as well. But it's the balance, isn't it? It's the yin and the yang, and it's that sense of knowing what you need at that moment. And in the morning, I believe we need energy. So that is just something I want to share with you. And next week, I'm going to do a meditation, an energized meditation, visualization, where I really want to help you to experience that shift and how you can bring that shift to yourself at any time that you need. Okay, thanks so much for being here, and I do hope that you can relate to some of what I'm talking about, and I will see you next week. Lots of love. Bye.